it.
That's so good.
John.
just to even go along with that, just the next thing that the Lord had me working on in the next series was being found in obedience. And that's the location that you're talking about. Like, where are we being found? Where are you? That question shouldn't even be asked for us because we are abiding. Well, God, where am I? I'm in you. Like, I'm with you. Like, I'm nowhere else, and that's just what being found in obedience. So that was so good. The location and different things like that. And just hearing all that you all were saying, Lord's just throwing out different things. The flesh is the only enemy we have that's not under our feet. And so when you're dealing with ego, when you're dealing with these challenges in the flesh that's coming out of the fleshly realm, that opposes who we are, that opposes who we be, right? It's the only thing that's not under our flesh. It's the only thing that you have to say willfully. I put you under subjection. Right? You were talking about submission yesterday, and subjection is the next word. The sub, I'm putting you under subjection. The flesh is the only thing that's not under, the only enemy that's not under our feet. It's the enemy you have to put under. You have to make it submit. You have to put it under subjection. And the Lord will bring about training for that. And this word has been personal for me the last few weeks. It shifted me. It shifted me in a lot of ways where seemingly I didn't have strength to make a transition.
Wow.
To transition, to willfully go into training, to willfully go into what was more difficult, right? Desiring to, but to just say, nah, I'm going to do this. Like, it was difficult. And so the word shifted me. It gave me a push. Like, I mean, you know who you are. You are a warrior.
Right. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And we want to operate in different ways. No, you're a warrior. Get where you're supposed to be. Make sure you're in line. Make sure you're in rank. Make sure. And so even the aspects of training, like people watch a documentary not that long, a few years ago, but it was Navy SEAL training. They put themselves in the position. They sign up for that. Right. You know what I'm saying? They sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's making them go to Navy SEAL training. Nobody's making them go into Hell Week.
Right. Right.
They signed up for that.
Right.
And so the whole conditions of it is to see if you'll quit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what it seems like. They want you to make it. But nothing about the people who are training, the people who are out there, nothing about them seems like they want you to make it.
Right.
Because you're not hearing, come on, you can do it. You're not hearing encouraging words. You're dealing with the conditions of the training.
Yeah.
And even those that want you to make it are telling you, oh, you're going to give up. They're telling you discouraging words.
Right.
But they're telling you discouraging words.
Yeah.
They're not giving you any aspect of this training that's soft.
Right. They try to see if we can locate quitting.
Yeah. If I can locate the
quitting, plant quitting and see if what we plant can locate it. It find its frequency. So you know what I'm saying? It's almost like
the mind and the body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, that's so good.
And so I'm in this place because this is personal for me. I'm in this place where all these things are coming, man. Personal life, study, do what you got to do. Somebody asked me just yesterday, there was like, and they don't even know how much I'm doing like in my personal life with with children and all that and stuff like that. But just from an outside perspective, don't know me personally or anything, was like, how do you do all that? And how you do all that you're doing and study? I'm like, dang, you don't even know all that I'm doing. My answer was like, I just don't stop.
Right.
I don't stop. I don't shift out of getting a word. I don't shift out of, I don't turn on the TV without reading. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't, I can be handling sales calls on one, have one screen up, putting the order in, have another screen up with scripture on it, and I'm reading the script. Like, I don't stop. That's the only way I can be available to what the Lord would have me to do, is not stopping. It's abiding. And watch this. It said, what manner of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey. Even the winds and the waves obey. And so I'm seeing all this that's going on. And look at the train. I can even, like, being on live, I can see it in my eyes this morning, because it's winds and it's waves. God's rested. God's resting. There's winds and there's waves. You know what I'm saying? But keep your discipline. Do you keep your discipline when things shift? Okay, because right now things are abnormal. I just got my little schedule down. I figured things out. I'm trying to be in bed at 9, so I'm up at 4 in the morning. We get prayer. We go to the gym, work out, because the narrow way. Listen, in this season, the narrow ways in your body and your eating too.
Right.
All aspects of flesh. All aspects of flesh. Don't leave no room for the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, oh, God's gonna heal me. But no, the Big Mac's working against you. But we talk about that. But listen, I'm just saying, all aspects is real, because it's all aspects. The enemy's trying to attack wherever he can. You know what I'm saying? And so the training is like this. Why all the winds and the waves are coming? Why things are changing, things are shifting, why you're taking on more responsibilities, and it doesn't, and it seems like it's like what's coming's not going to stop. You can't stop. And God will throw you in winds and waves. He'll put you in the conditions. That's what the training was. The Navy SEAL training, they put you in the conditions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see your brother falling on the wayside. You see his legs cramp up. You see him die dehydrated. You see them ring the bell to get out. You see all this going on around you, and you're in these conditions. That's why they're like, don't you care that we perish? They knew that he cared, but they were trying to get a response out of him. And we got to be careful in the training, in the winds, in the waves, not to try to get a false, God cares about you. Quit trying to get a response out of him because you want something to be different of where you at. Will you keep your discipline while the winds and the waves are trying to shake you? While everything's coming in your life, while things are changing, are you still getting up at 4 in the morning? Are you still doing what I told you to do? Are you still praying? Are you still reading your word? Right? Are you still faceted to what I told you, even when things are trying to shake you? Are you really immovable? Are you really standing on the rock in this season?
Oh my God!
Because God, I'm telling you, the winds and the waves obey him. Right. So if he's resting, what is your response? Quit trying to get a response out of him. Quit trying to get it. It's not time for that response. He's resting.
Right.
Maintain. Right. I'm talking about being you can see it in my eyes, because when I'm trying to go to bed at 9:30, look, no, I had to be up to 1 in the morning. Things shifted. I didn't get home till 10. You know what I'm saying? Took on more responsibility. Daughter didn't have a computer at the other house. Come to mine. You got to use this here. Now we up to 11:30 just with you. Now my brain needs to wind down. Oh no, I didn't do my Bible plan. You get what I'm saying? Right. But I'm not going to compromise my reading because things shifted. Come on.
Wow.
I'm not going to compromise what you've given me just because things shifted. I'm a soldier, and no matter what the conditions change for soldiers.
Wow.
Conditions change for soldiers. Identity can't. Your identity as a warrior can't change because the conditions did. If I'm a soldier on the boat and the wind is shaking the boat, I can't say, God, do you perish? No, I'm a warrior. I know where my strength is. No matter what the condition is, I know where my strength is. Right. I know my weaponry. I don't care what shifts. I know what to use. I know what my equipment is.
My God.
And so does the flesh rise up when the conditions shift? because that was a cry out from the flesh.
Right.
Don't you care that we perish? That was a cry out from the flesh. The conditions changed. You didn't like the conditions, and so you try to get you forsook your own power. Ye of little faith. That's when you forsake your own power and you try to get God to move in a situation where He gave you authority to over the wind. Your mind shifts. Your mind changed about who you were.
Wow. Wow.
You tried to blame Him because you thought of yourself differently. So you began to blame God. Listen, this is heavyweight stuff. This is mature stuff. Your mind changed about who you were. And then you try to blame God about your condition.
My God.
This is the training. This is us becoming soldiers. Where the conditions doesn't change your mind. My last 3 days, 4 days now, seem like a month and a half. God's even shifting time. All the things that I'm learning, it's like in 4 days, I'm taking you through a month of discomfort. I'm taking you through a month, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking you through a month of worry trying to come to. In 4 days, I'm allowing you to experience all this. The days seem longer because I'm doing more in a condensed time. I'm changing time around your training.
Wow.
That's what I've been going through. You see it in my eyes, but it's not a weariness.
Right.
It's me dealing with the conditions.
Right.